Hey guys, welcome back to Auto Repair guys. Thank you guys for watching and subscribing to the channel. Today will be super helpful video to any of you having a Hyundai Sonata guys. It could be any year, any generation, and you want to know what are the symptoms of bad alternator and how it can affect your car. Stay with us, we'll explain that today. Now, one common mistake people make that can actually cause damage to the electrical system, engine, computer, and it can cost you thousands of dollars to fix. So make sure to stay until the end, we'll explain what it is. Actually, two mistakes. Before we start, let me tell you a little bit about us. Every single car we get at the garage, we try to make at least 200 to 300 free repair videos. Why we do that? Simply because our mission in the shop is to save you as much money as we can. All we need in return, please subscribe to the channel, like the video, that way we can keep making these absolutely free videos for you. Now, if you need to buy any parts tools for a good price and quick shipping, check out the link in the description of the video below and you can see where we get all our tools and supplies from. So with that being said, let's explain what we have specifically here. This is the 2.4 GDI engine out of a Hyundai Sonata, as you can see. We have it completely taken apart, we'll be rebuilding it, and we'll be making videos for almost anything you can think of guys, especially on that engine. So, right here now, this is your alternator. The alternator is driven by the serpentine belt. When the engine runs, the crankshaft will spin. You will have the crankshaft pulley here that will actually turn the belt, and it will run the AC compressor, alternator, water pump. Now, the alternator guys, okay, the symptoms of bad alternator, it can fail in a few ways. One, where it's charging normal, everything's fine, but if the alternator bearings go bad, okay, when you turn it or when it's spinning, it will be kind of like noisy. You'll have that grinding noise when the bearings start falling apart practically. You have plain the bearings, and a noisy alternator is one of them. Number two, if it's dead all the way, it may not charge your battery. At that point, when you start driving, okay, and if it fails while you're driving, your car battery eventually will die and your car will turn off. You may notice that the accessories such as radio, okay, headlights will start turning off one by one, and then all of a sudden the car will die because the spark plugs and the engine computer will not have enough voltage to run. Number three, in some cases that alternator may not die all the way. What can happen guys, okay, you have diode pack in the backside. We have a special video that explains how to replace diode or how to test diode, alternator diode on Hyundai. But the diode actually what it does, it converts the alternating current from the alternator to the DC current, direct current for the car battery. And you have I think 3 diodes. If one of those fails, okay, you'll be pumping practically alternating current in a DC system, and that can eventually burn electronics, engine, computer, and cause quite a bit of damage. Another thing that you may notice, your lights flickering at night, dash lights, headlights, if you see them flickering, especially on the dash lights, you can notice it may be signs that you have a bad alternator. Number 4, alternator may discharge your battery as well. Let's say you park the car, the alternator is charging fine, everything looks good. You park the car, you don't drive it for a few days, 2-3 days, a week. Then you try to start the car and the battery is dead. Alternator that has a bad diode can discharge the battery because it will let current from the car battery flow back in the alternator to the battery cable, and it will discharge it instead of, okay, keeping it where it's supposed to. So bad alternator can cause battery drain. Now, people make, okay, 2 mistakes. If you have bad diode and you have alternating current going to the system, that can cause quite a bit of damage to the electrical system. Another mistake when replacing alternator, they do not disconnect the car battery, and that positive wire goes directly to the car battery. And if you touch it to a ground, anywhere metal on the engine or with a tool, you can short things out, burn the computer, electronics, multiple modules, and that can cost you thousands of dollars to fix. So always disconnect the car battery, and we have a special video that explains which battery terminal to disconnect and reconnect first. Hopefully guys, the video will be helpful to any of you trying to figure this thing out. If you want to see how to replace alternator, the video is on the channel. If you want to see how to replace voltage regulator, we have it as well, and brush pack too. Another way that it can fail, that alternator, is it can be overcharging your car battery. If the voltage regulator goes bad, it can be overcharging the battery, which can be bad as well in some cases because it can actually cause, okay, your battery to explode practically, to be done. So hopefully the video will be helpful. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to let us know in the comment section, and see you guys next time.